anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Pit lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So West Virginia's offense will go on the attack first. Early last year, this was a contender for game of the season. Back and forth, Pitt looked to be dead in the water and somehow found a way to come back. This backyard brawl never disappoints.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was back and forth, high scoring. Both teams got in the 30s, and Pitt needed to deliver late, and they did. They scored 2 TDs in the last 3 minutes. Quarterback went in fuego.
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Panthers offense has its first opportunity of the day. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires it incomplete.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Grabbed behind the line, it's White. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air, it's Holstein, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. So many rivalries built on proximity, and Pitt and West Virginia have been squaring off in their backyard since 1895.
And it's just crazy to think about. A rivalry that goes that far back, so close to each other. It means so much for a year. A year of bragging rights, Palmer.
Well, and the hate started in 1895, and every single year, every time these two teams play, you just see that on the field.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. To the ground with the back. Nice. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The run from the shotgun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Pitt will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Running back searching for a hole. At the 45, on its way. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Mountaineer! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. They're dealing with a second and long. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. And there he goes. A huge Huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch. Little crease, he puts his foot in the ground and he gets north fast.
They'll run the option. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Henderson. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right on target this time. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was a fit. Gonna let it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, West Virginia. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
To their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air, it's Holstein. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man on the left. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it in at the 40. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. They fake it, and he'll try to run it in. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back to him on the ground. Turning it on! It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, no backyard is safe when the Panthers and Mountaineers get together, and that's the case again today. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between West Virginia and Pittsburgh plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Holstein. Looking deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They cough it up near their own goal line. A loose football in the end zone, and the defense there to pounce on it for 6.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
And the extra point is good. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Holstein. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He throws one to the left. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, and that's a throw the quarterback I think's got to make, right? He's a left-handed quarterback. He's rolling to his left, so this should feel comfortable for him. It just wasn't an accurate throw, and the defense comes away with the pick.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Panthers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. The short hands, it's Johnson. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They bring the punter onto the field now. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the... West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the back. Running to Green. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's loose. Past the 30. Oh, out of space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineer. Almost heaven as West Virginia takes command in the brawl.
West, by God, Virginia, putting it together. I mean, this is a rivalry game that means so much, the backyard brawl. And right now, Jesse, West Virginia is giving it to them.
Yeah, it feels like a snowball effect, right? You just put one play after another, and all of a sudden the momentum is building, and Pitt's going to have to do something here to slow this down.
Lining up to add another. The fake, they flip it to the kicker. He'll run into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Holstein. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Off the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Gets rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Looking down the left side.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
He wants to throw it. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
West Virginia.
To the ground, he's got it again. Makes one man miss. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, West Virginia! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Ready to try the point after. They want to the fake, and he wants to throw. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They think there's room to run to the right here. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Sends it back in motion. To throw, it's Holstein. Floats it out in space. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. First play of the drive comes from the 38. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in... Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning on the Jets. He's at the touchdown, Mountaineer. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Plucks it out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. On the ground, it's Reed. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight.
Down at the 33. And your West Virginia Mountaineers.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll start this drive going to the air. Skips away from pressure. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got enough for the 1st. Wide open spaces. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's White. It's a seam wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
West Virginia.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, it's a fake, headed for the end zone. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a 2-point conversion there. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the run, it's Reed. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Get set, get set.
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. The 40. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, West Virginia.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought This game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Morgantown will be rocking tonight as if it is ever any other way as the Mountaineers take down Pitt and win the backyard brawl. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of